All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Honest Hour. This is season 3. My guest today is returning. She's a sister of mine. We have a great relationship. She is a mental health advisor. She's written this book here that she's gifted me with, The Hard Truths About Self Care. She also is a very big pillar in the community, the founder and the leader of JS Self Care. Today, my guest is Janell Santana. How are you today?
I am doing well. Thank you for having me, Mike, and thank you for always staying in 10 toes. When it comes to JS Self Care, you always support and you're always there. So I want to thank you on your platform and thank you for having us.
I appreciate that, and yeah, you're welcome. Community's a important thing, and a lot of people don't value it the way they should. They don't value it the way they should. So to be able to have that and to be able to value that is very important.
Absolutely. We live in the community, right? Why not be all about community? And I know it's hard. It gets frustrating. One thing about us, because we are not for profit, Self Care JS Incorporated is actually a not for profit. We get to stay away from the politicians, but we also get to embrace the politicians as human beings. And that's one thing that I do like because a lot of our politicians are about community.
Absolutely.
The Honest Hour, believe it or not, this is community work because through your platform, other organizations, other entrepreneurs, other activists, any walk of life people are at, they get the opportunity to get on your platform, to get on others' platforms, so that people can see that we really do this work. We're blessed to be at Mark's Friends, and I do
Absolutely.
want to pay homage to this place where Jamaica Halls runs it in memory of her son. So we have to thank her for giving us this space, and this is
Absolutely.
another way to give back to the community. Just community full circle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What's one thing is we have to stick together and be for one another for sure.
Absolutely.
So the most important question I'm going to ask you in this interview is the first question. How is your mental health today on a scale from 1 to 10?
Actually, I've decided today is going to be the day that I pour into myself. I'm heading out to Brooklyn to a festival.
Very
Yes, I have
nice.
my business cards, but I'm going to spend time with me. I'm going to spend time with family today. Today is going to be big on family in Brooklyn. So I'm
Okay.
super excited to be heading, south.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm heading down that way myself today. I'm going down to White Plains tonight.
Okay, so are you pouring into family as well?
No. Another media outlet invited me to be a guest to one of their shows. So,
You see that community and mental health, right? So you asked how was my mental health? My mental health is at 100% today,
wow.
and the reason why is because, of course, I have a therapist, so I get to pour out, as much as others pour into me. So mental health today, at this very moment, is at 100% because I poured into me, and I'm gonna pour into me some more today by laughing, joking, and as many may know, I'm the social worker who loves to dance. So I'm gonna get soak it all in today.
I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that. Have a good time. Family is important.
Absolutely.
How have you been since the last time we spoke on the Honest Hour? I know we've been at plenty of events together. We talk quite often. You're one of my biggest supporters, as I feel I'm one of yours in
Yes.
terms of sharing likes and just
Absolutely.
community. But you were season 1. We were on Instagram Live, so it's been a while since we've been in this kind of setting, so to speak. So how have you been in totality since then?
So I've been great. And I this is going to be the first time I announce it big, but the reason why I've been great because I've been able to give to the community a lot more. We just got the ADAC grant, the Stepping Stones grant. ADAC stands for Alcohol, Drug, alcohol drug abuse council grant, which is
Nice.
$5,000. Can you imagine how many people I can help with $5,000? We already picked an organization that we're gonna give wish lists. So I do give out community things like
Absolutely.
socks and toothpaste and all the great things. I feed people in the community, but I created this thing where because I'm surrounded by a lot of people with not a lot of money, but a good amount of money. So we decided to go with a wish list where we walk up to people and go, "What do you want?"
Right.
And other than the stuff that we're gonna give you, socks, t-shirts, everything, that we get bulk of. But I'm able to walk up to people who struggle with substance use disorder and mental health, who has a mental illness diagnosis, I should say, and we're able to get them a wish list. So, say somebody at one point wanted a pair of black boots. They didn't want what we usually have. They wanted a pair of black boots, and we were able to supply that when we did the Christmas wish list at Oxford House. Someone moved, and we made sure that we got them bedspreads and things like that. So a wish list is something that you really, really want,
Right.
not so much that you really, really need.
Oh,
So a
okay.
need and a want is two different things.
Absolutely.
So we are able to do that with that grant. So, kudos to ADAC, kudos to Do It Best, kudos to everyone who donate, who see our donation box and give, because that's how we're able to create wish lists.
Right, because without those donations and things like that, none of it happens.
Absolutely none of it can happen. I'm a social worker, so as you know, social workers, we don't make a gazillion dollars.
Right.
If we did, I would be able to give from my paycheck, but I just can't. I do have a family at home, so
Of course.
community is big.
Absolutely. Huge. Huge. So, talk to me about the community events you've been orchestrating recently. There's so many of them.
So I have to tell you one thing, Mike, and I need you to hear me. I
Okay.
am unseatable. What does unseatable mean? That I am literally everywhere from the boroughs. I'm from the South Bronx. My father, who was a big time drug dealer in Washington Heights, he fed the community with illicit drugs. I am now feeding the community with other things that can make up for what he did and also give back. So
Absolutely.
I'm unseatable. So that's why you see me everywhere. I don't want to be based in one place. Do I want a self-care building? Absolutely. That is a dream of mine. But the reality is substance use disorder hits every family. It's not a black or brown thing. It's a everybody thing. We have an epidemic where a lot of people are affected with opioids. I started my career back in the building now, restarted my career because I began it in foster care. But even our elderlies are addicted to opioids due to the pain that they're having. So if we want to keep it 100, that is why I am literally everywhere, and I call myself the unseatable self-care worker.
Because you doing every little piece. You going
Yes.
everywhere.
We got glasses. I mean, think of it. How many people need glasses, right?
Right.
How many people need glasses? So look at it like this, in this way, that we are able to get those glasses. Next week, we are considered the Walden Savings Bank champions. And I know this video will air after next week, and that's fine. But now, what are we going to do with that grant? That's $1,000. Well, we're going to give $500 to Fusion Eyewear. And people who have glasses that are broken, that are taped up, if you was to see someone, you would send them to Fusion Eyewear, because we'll have $500 in grant funding, and people could get glasses that they really like. People have insurances. You only could pick from this wall.
Yep.
You can't pick from other walls, and then you're looking like everybody else. So our eyeglass wear is different. I try to buy one of each pair of glasses so that people won't walk into a networking an event, or
Right.
you're going to White Plains and you would have on JS Self Care prescription eyewear, and they'll be different. So that is the plan for that grant. So as we give, and that's one of the events we host monthly networking events at Fusion Eyewear. A little different, right? So people are like, I can't afford $500 glasses.
Absolutely.
So with that partnership, we're able to $60 can get you fashionable eyewear, your choice, and I have about hundreds, right?
Yeah,
and
there's a
also
lot.
you could choose from their eyewear as well. Fashionable eyewear, plus your single eyewear prescription, for $60. So you will stay at our networking event. You will network with others. And do you have to be an entrepreneur to network?
No.
Thank you for answering that.
Not at all.
You
Not
get
at
to
all.
meet new friends, right?
Yes, I've met some good people, some people who are going to come on to this show.
So you see that.
Yep. So, it's very important because you network and you just meet different people from different walks of life.
Absolutely. So just by you coming in, just by you stepping in the room.
Exactly.
We don't step into rooms and leave with millions of dollars. We step into rooms with meeting a huge network.
Absolutely.
And our network is worth our net worth.
Exactly. Our network is worth our net worth. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. I have to say that. So, how is creating these events, in your eyes, help the community? And how do you feel that you fit in as a pillar of your community?
So these events created a space for. I am so sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I am sorry. These events that we created a space for originality, a space for self-care, a space to pour in, a space to say, hey, I don't have nothing to do. Let me go sit in Fusion Eyewear and chill with Barbara and Orlando. Don't they have the seating? They have the coffee. So those spaces. Also in Maybrook, I got to give a huge shout out to Maybrook, because every second Tuesday of the month, we're able to host self-care workshops. And what I've been doing is I created curriculum, of course, but now I'm inviting entrepreneurs in to more like say, let's do Zumba classes. We did soca sides. Starting back in September, we're going to do financial literacy. And through some of those grants, I make sure I write every grant to feed the people for those networking events. So you're not going to leave any event hungry, as you know that, right?
That's it. The spread be there.
Yeah.
Eat.
So we make sure that every single event you will eat, we will pour into you. So every second Tuesday, we're at the Maybrook Senior Center. And, another, spoiler alert in September. So that Tuesday, if you cannot make it to the self-care workshop, now we're going to be at Francesca's Pizza in Montgomery, New York. And no one knows this, but because I love you, Mike, I want you to be able to help spread the word, right?
Absolutely.
And the way that we spread the word is
Honest Hour exclusive.
Yes. All of these are Honest Hours exclusives. So Francesca Pizza, we're going to brunch and learn.
Okay.
On a Saturday. So Tuesdays workshops will be on Tuesday and that second Saturday of every single month. Weather permitting, right? We do live
Absolutely.
upstairs, so let's upstate. I said upstairs. We don't live upstairs yet. God didn't call us home, but we're most definitely upstate where it gets cold, and when it snows, it snows.
And when it rains,
It rains.
And it's all it's been doing.
Yes.
And now it's like 90 degrees, and everyone's like, it's hot. I'm like, you were just complaining
Now
about the rain. You're not gonna be happy. You're not.
We can't please everyone. Mother Nature was a little confused, but then we have to ask Mother Nature. Your very first question is, how is your mental health?
Exactly.
You see that?
Exactly.
So Mother Nature's mental health may not be on track.
Yeah.
Because we surely got April flowers and brought May showers, right?
and June showers.
We just been rained out.
And now
so
we're going in July, and it's like,
now we're cooking. It's as hot as fish grease outside. So
oh man,
can you imagine?
I'm like looking at it Monday and Tuesday, 99. And I'm a truck driver, so
Oh,
yeah.
drink. And what was today's post? Make sure you drink some water.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, please.
Out of all the events you have done, what are some of your favorite ones and why?
I don't actually have a favorite event, but if I have to say, my very first event was in Harlem at the Harlem School of Arts. We did an Allow Me to Introduce Myself event where people walked up to a mirror and reintroduced themselves. And what I taught at that event is everybody brushed their teeth in front of a mirror. Let's keep it real, right? But do we know why we just up brushing the teeth, right? Just doing our normal daily hygiene. Have you ever looked at yourself and introduced yourself? So I took the toothbrushes away and I had people walk up to the mirror and say, hello, my name is Janell. My name is Janell. I make mistakes. My name is Janell, and I don't know everything. My name is Janell, and you know what? My eyebrows, I'm losing my eyebrows, right? I mean, people were getting up just saying things that they never said to themselves. So the Allow Me to Reintroduce Myself, I got to say that was one of my best events because, one, my dad was alive at that time, and my dad died in 2021 of a drug overdose. So my dad was alive, so he was back and forth in the car, and we were packed up and ready for this event. So I'm going to say that event was the best.
Okay.
It was a learning curve.
As they all are.
I never have a perfect event, and there's a reason for that, because if I do anything perfect, then there's no room to learn. And those are moments that we don't learn. So those imperfectly perfect events are all amazing to me.
And if you don't make mistakes, there's no room to grow.
No, you can't.
You
will stay like this.
Right. And then I seen something on the way back from here that, like it was about excuses. And it said excuses are for people who never plan on winning.
So true.
And I say that to say that, if something goes wrong, people are like, oh, this and that. Nah. Use that energy to propel to the next level, to propel to unforeseen heights, to see
So
like.
true. Stop making excuses, because excuses also keep you still. Excuses keep you on the couch
Grounded.
doing Netflix and chill, right?
Yep.
Because you're not growing. You're making every excuse not to, create the life that you want. You're making
Absolutely.
every excuse to live the life that others want you to live. And then you're unhappy, and then you're mad, and then all those emotions, and, another mental health break, because people are living what other people dreams, right? Have you ever walked up while you're doing the honest hour? And I know this is about you interviewing me, but I have a question for you. When you're doing the honest hour, do you notice when people go, I think you should do the honest hour like this, or I think you should ask this question, or I think you should do this? Do you know why they're projecting that on you?
Do I know why? Let's take the attention off of themselves.
No, they're projecting that because that's their dream. That is actually their dream. And they made because you said excuses, they made an excuse not to do something like you're doing.
Right.
I'm big on, I love your quotes every morning.
Appreciate that.
You know why?
Why?
Because I need to learn.
Wow.
I give quotes every morning, right?
Yep.
I could stand in a room with a bunch of podcasters. I could stand in a room with a bunch of people that sell glasses.
Yeah.
I could stand in a room with a bunch of people that do self-care. You know why? Because that's the way I learn.
From all different walks of life.
All different walks of life. We're all doing the same thing. You know I'm a podcaster, right?
Absolutely.
But I'm on your podcast. I'm watching your quotes. I'm following you every morning, or as many know, I don't sleep at night. You'll get a like from me 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's because I'm allowing my friend, my brother, my community helper, my everything, because you are my everything, because a quote may fit for something I'm going through, right?
Exactly.
And I need that mic quote. I need that. So I want to say to you that what you're doing is such an amazing thing. And you having the honest hour, we get to be honest.
Absolutely.
We get to tell the truth.
Absolutely.
And the work you're doing. And look, you're called to White Plains.
Yeah.
I guess you originated from Newburgh, right?
Yep. I'm right here.
And you're going to White Plains, which is making the honest hour unseatable.
Yeah, no, you can't really fit it in one box. I'm actually going to be doing, I'm sure you've seen, I'll be doing Seize the Cure in a couple weeks. Wow. You know, I'll be there as media. Actually, it's next week, but June 28th. But I'll be there as media, and I'll be a testimonial speaker.
You see that? Do people know you're a photographer too?
They do. I do put it out there. It's not at the forefront anymore.
Right.
But if someone
but it's
says,
a talent, right?
But if someone says, hey, I need some pictures shot.
Why not?
I'll shoot the pictures.
Absolutely.
But it's not at the forefront anymore. You know, but it is, oh, yeah, I'm an ordained minister. Wow. Security. I got a security job tomorrow, actually.
And did y'all hear him say he's a truck driver too?
Yeah. Yeah. Bye. That's my day job.
That's the job that takes care of the family, right?
Right.
My day job too. It takes care of the home, and I got 2 grown sons, so
And they eat
you know the
everything, I'm sure.
1-800 mom is always. it doesn't get disconnected.
No.
So you have your girls, but you are such an amazing person that you're able to
Appreciate
master
that.
all those things.
Well, I haven't mastered it all yet.
No, you are.
But
Remember, everything that you do, you mastered yesterday. You made it through.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to master today and be here tomorrow. So you did master it.
And that's like I always say, be better than you were yesterday. But be
That's
prepared tomorrow to be better than you are today.
Absolutely.
So how do you balance your daytime job and all the heavy community work that you do?
I have to say God. I don't know. I do sleep. Trust me. I even take naps. I know people may not believe this because everybody like, you're everywhere. Balance, work-life balance comes from God. My cousin brought the ticket for today for Dear Summer in Brooklyn. So, you know, that's work-life balance. Like she said, clear your calendar for the 21st. This is what you're doing.
Like no option.
Work-life balance is with Barbara in Orlando once a month, right?
Absolutely.
And then when I leave there, I go to Who's and dance and eat wings. So look at that. I get home like 2:00 in the morning. So I do get to have fun, but only God. I do the to-do list, which I put 3 things on my to-do list every day, and I accomplish them. And I feel so accomplished.
And you like that?
I did it.
That's 15
Those
things
are
in a week.
Yeah,
Well,
did it.
if you're doing Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
but if you're doing it all every day, that's
7 days.
21.
There you go.
21 items.
Done. So work-life balance comes with, you know, those who mind their business, work on themselves, work on community, if that's what, you know, your life path is, or whatever your life path is. If it's to sit down and Netflix and chill, watch 3 movies a day. But that's how work-life balance goes, you know, staying away from, you know, the naysayers, the ones that is always projecting everything they would do, but I'm out here rolling in the grass, right? So I just keep going. I keep going. He wakes me up every morning.
And that's a blessing
So
in itself.
He wants me to keep going, right? Every time we wake up and our feet get to touch this ground, that tells us that we get to impact. Every time you open your phone and you give that quote, Mike, that tells you the impact is there and you got work to do.
Absolutely. And it's funny you say that. I want to play something for you here. I don't know if they'll be able to hear it, but I seen this. One of my favorite rappers is J. Cole. Okay. And the other day, I was just feeling so defeated. Like, you just have mornings, you know, where you feel so defeated. And I'm trying to find this quote from him that he said, but it resonated with me so well. And I'm just like, whoa. Like, this is the one here. Like, this is the one. Is this it? There we go.
A little discouraged, a little frustrated, because you like, fuck. Shit just ain't happening fast enough. Shit not coming fast enough. Is it ever gonna come? You get depressed. I'm gonna tell you like this. If this message applies to you, listen to me when I tell you this. Do not fucking stop. Whatever you do, don't quit, don't stop, don't give up. That'll be the worst mistake you ever fucking make. You'll regret that shit forever. It's not no overnight. This is a step-by-step process. You gotta put one foot in front of the other. That's how this shit works.
Wow. Can't stop, won't stop.
Right.
I am not who I was yesterday, and I'm not who I am today, going to be who I am tomorrow. So we're going to keep on pushing forward.
Absolutely.
I love that. And if I were you, I don't know if you posted that because I didn't see that.
I did post it. I
Did
think
I
I
miss
posted.
it?
I think I posted.
I think that needs to be an everyday post.
But
Every day. Either at night before we go to bed, because you know, some people, they on their phone scrolling.
Yeah.
And imagine that being the last thing you hear before you go night-night.
Yeah, like he
Don't stop. Keep
can't.
going.
It's like another thing he said, see yourself as high as possible, right? See yourself at the highest level. And then, you know, like he's like, just go a little bit past that. Like even be delusional. Like, but see yourself in the highest form possible, you know?
That's what we got to do.
And it's just like, man, like, you know.
Long as we're not walking backwards.
Right.
And we get that foot out the past. And the way you get your foot out the past, please do not get over it. Please get through it. Because the get over it method will have you stuck, broken, and confused. You have to get through that stuff, but keep going. One foot in front of the other makes a real difference in our lives.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love that. Please send that to me.
I definitely
I may have
will.
to do a video on that today when I get to Harlem.
You know? What do you see as the biggest challenges facing the community?
The biggest challenges facing the community is it's not enough community. There's enough human beings. There's enough people, but it's not enough people for the community. And trust me, I get why. I get the frustrations. But, you know, our biggest hurdle is community. We need people to get out, right? I wish I had a bus that could be donated. And maybe I'm putting this in the universe, a bus that could be donated where we could pick people up to come to the self-care workshops. You know, people don't have vehicles. We live upstate.
Absolutely.
And a vehicle is like a necessity, especially like I live in Maybrook. So you don't have a car.
You're not going anywhere.
You're not going nowhere.
Just to the neighbor's house.
Yes.
Maybe
And which
Stewart's.
Yep, Stewart's. And if you want to take that hike to ShopRite.
Yeah.
So I get it. And I get people get frustrated. And I get that, you know, community has turned their back on us some form of fashion, whether growing up or, you know, not having services. But the biggest challenge is getting the humans to understand that this is work. This is not easy work.
Mm-hmm.
This is work that needs to be done. I have 89 pair. Let me give you an example. 89 pair of glasses. This is before I started selling glasses. Before I started. There's a place in Newburgh called Billy Joe's Rib Works.
Yep, right down the road here.
I actually went blind there.
Really?
For 3 days. And because I was wearing contact lenses.
Ooh.
So this is a real story. I went blind.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot see. My son, he's a mechanic in Newburgh. So he came and got me. I was like, I'm blind. I cannot see. And of course, my son is like, what do you mean? And I'm like, get me to the hospital. And I happened to tear both of my corneas in my eye. So that right there started me wearing eyeglasses to match my outfits. I will not wear a pair of glasses that don't match my outfit. And even with my pajamas, I got a pair of glasses that match. It's real serious.
And I know y'all can't see her shoes, but her shoes match the shirt and the glasses. Like to the point where like the purple, white, the shoes are purple and white, everyone.
But every time you see me, I'm like that with the glasses and everything.
Color
so,
coordination and Janelle are like married.
and who would have known that I would be selling glasses, right? To top it off, who would have known? And I've known Barbara for years. And she see me with all these glasses. So let's be clear. She saw me with these glasses. And it was just one day, I was shopping and I was like, well, I like those glasses. I'm going to sell glasses.
It's just an epiphany.
Yes. After all these years of wearing them.
It was just like, boom.
Many people would say, why that wasn't the first business endeavor you had because you wear glasses every day. But that's not what God had. God had something bigger and better. And then God didn't just say, sell the glasses for people to look cute. God said that you're going to meet people who has tape on their glasses. You're going to meet people who glasses is looking like this. You're going to meet people struggling with their insurance. You're going to meet a kid who loves Spider-Man. I have this one baby, and he's a rough tumbler. He's up to, I believe, number 5 since I've been selling glasses. And he is so confident because he has Spider-Man on. Imagine a 5-year-old who has to go and get these regular glasses, and Fusion Eyewear is able to put prescriptions in them. So, when you talk about community, it takes a village.
Absolutely.
And that is a no cap, as the kids say. No cap.
At
if
all.
you don't have your community behind you, if you don't have the politicians, if you don't have the grandmas and the grandpas and all of our ancestors up above, we can't do this work.
Absolutely. It's impossible without the whole community and everyone working as one unit, which leads me to ask, what are some of the unmet needs in the community?
So I was just recently helping someone a couple of months ago. I housed him for 2 days. The community housed him for 3 weeks in the Super 8 hotel. What was one of the hardest things that we don't have is, remember I said that elders are using opioids? Well, there was an elder we had who was out on the street and he had Medicare. So Medicare is not covered in many substance use treatment facilities. It's only covered in some. I was able to call St. Luke's, literally jump on their back and like, I have this man, he at least needs, give me a 20, 30 milligrams of methadone just so I could get him, he's very sick, until I could figure this out. And the doctors and the nurses at St. Luke's was like, we don't usually do this, Janelle, and I'm like, I know I don't usually do this either, but we got a need.
We both in a situationship here.
Yeah, we got something. We got someone. I supplied all the Narcan thanks to Assemblyman Brian Marr. I supplied the fentanyl testing strips and the xylazine testing strips, and St. Luke supplied the methadone, which is a harm reduction. And we did get him down to the hospital, but unfortunately he wasn't ready to stop using. The community could no longer house him in a hotel. We ran out funding, hands, and the hands were great hands.
Yeah.
But he made the choice. So at the end, this real estate agent who wants to remain anonymous brought a tent. He wanted to live in the woods, and that's where we last saw him. We haven't seen him. I drive by the exit. He's next to the Newburgh Mall. I haven't seen him outside. Super concerned, but those are stories that you're going to hear from me too, that sometimes people are just not ready for treatment.
Unfortunately, it's an issue, an addiction.
An insurance issue. It's an insurance issue.
And that all that leads to the mental health,
and
depression, anxiety, which
and everything else.
Which leads into the next question. Why is mental health important? And I'm sorry, I read it wrong. What is, by your definition, mental health, and why is it important?
So mental health is, a mental illness like depression, schizophrenia, bipolar. Those are all mental illnesses that people struggle with every day. My definition of it is just waking up and just choosing you. That's mental health. Mental health just means that you went and got a physical. That's what mental health is. I know people get the two confused, but mental health is just getting that physical, checking up on yourself. How am I doing? Checking up on that strong friend.
Mm-hmm.
I am considered a strong friend, and a lot of people do check up on me, but most don't, because they're a strong friend, right? So there's many of those strong friends I say check up. So when you ask what is my definition of mental health, it's just checking in with yourself and saying, how am I feeling in this very moment?
Right.
Because, we could go around the corner and get a juice and some potato chips, and we are excited.
Exactly.
And 5 minutes later, we could be sitting on our couch, bawling out, crying out.
Right.
So just ask yourself moment to moment throughout your day is, how are you right in this moment? We got to learn to start living in this moment and not living 5 years from now.
Or living 5 years ago.
Yes, you're right.
Because sometimes we live in the past.
Yes, and that's because we didn't deal with it. Our parents, I'm Puerto Rican and I'm Black, right? So just get over it. I heard that before. I'm not going to sit here in front. I got some strong women that were in my family, and oh my goodness, they were warriors. You would have thought they were part of the Black Panthers. Where they was acting, get over it, get up, stand up, go to the store, do this. And because of those strong people, we weren't taught to get through anything. We were taught to get up, dust your shoulders off, get up. For you guys, you fell, busted up your knee, knowing they hurt. Mm-hmm. And a lot of your parents said, suck it up. And men don't cry.
And I fell on my knee at work this week.
Look.
Fell off the truck.
and did it hurt?
It hurt, but I just got up.
Because you're so conditioned to that. It's very rarely that we could get men to sit and just cry.
Yeah.
And for a woman to just grab their husband, grab their mate, grab their son, grab their friend, their male friend, knowing they need that good old cry. Cry. It's okay. That's part of your mental health. Crying and dancing. Oh, they'll tell you, I'll sit at a table and I'm with my girlfriends and we laughing and joking, and I'll get that thought of my mother and father. They're both deceased. My mother died, from a heartbreak. My little brother was murdered in Baltimore, Maryland, and she found him on her wedding anniversary. They found his body on her wedding anniversary. Horrible. So she died of a broken heart. And then my dad self-medicated, right? He sold the drugs and then he used the drugs, and he died of a fentanyl and tramadol drug overdose in my home. So upstairs in his room, I had took on a parent when my mother passed away. And his mental, he self-medicated, ran the streets, did everything that, I can't say shouldn't have done, because had he not ran the streets, had he not died of a drug overdose, would Self-Care JS Incorporated be alive? I can't say it would be.
That's one of those unfortunate full circle moments.
Absolutely.
You put the crap in the street, you end up using, and it ends up taking your life. It's like it's a bad full circle moment.
Absolutely.
And it's just I had a friend, and we were talking one day around the time DMX passed away about, because it was drugs.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it don't matter. He did it to himself. I said, he, a lot of people smoke weed. That's fine. And they laced his weed with crack, and that's what started it. He goes, but you can go back. I'm like, sometimes you can't. Like it just hooks something into you.
Yes, it's a real addiction. And one thing that a lot of therapists and social workers and activists and, politicians, we fought to get this in the diagnostic manual, is that addiction is a mental illness. So thanks to the DSM-5, substance use disorder is a real thing. It is a mental health disorder. It does affect everyone. And people do not wake up and say, today I'm going to go smoke crack.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not how life works. Me and Mike are not going to end this video and say, oh, you feel like shooting up some heroin today? Sure, what, you got needles? Yeah. We're not going to have that conversation.
Not happening here.
But people think that's how it works. Maybe the first time you're doing it for pleasure, but once you go for that second and third, and with opioids, it's a straight up addiction. And I used to see my dad withdraw from it. And it was horrific. The vomiting, the diarrhea, the cursing, the screaming, the crying, because you should safely withdraw from this drug. But growing up, we knew lock him in a room. Yeah. I took him to many drug programs. Bronx, Lebanon was our favorite. Me, my sisters, my cousins, we all take turns waking up 5 a.m. to get him, to get him sober for the moment. Mm-hmm. And what I teach is one thing everybody watching this need to know, that the person that's using is not your loved one. That is the addict. Your loved one is somewhere in there. Your loved one won't hurt you. A lot of people say that, oh, he's being narcissistic. No, he's addicted to drugs and doing everything to get the drugs.
Right.
And
everything.
If it means manipulating you,
that's what's going to
happen. Substance use disorder is a real thing. So,
same thing with gambling.
It's an addiction. You could go to a program for gambling. Coffee is an addiction. Bustelo. My grandmother poured it in my coffee at age 2, and I've been drinking Bustelo, and I'm 48. So, do you think you could take Bustelo from me? I probably would lose my mind.
Like,
no. It's an addiction. I, as a result of that addiction, in the home, I have one sister who was in a mental health unit for a year. I have another sister who has OCD. I have another sister, and I'm sharing this because my sisters shared it on their own. Another sister who has lupus, who got addicted to opioids, who had to be Narcan because now she started buying the stuff off the street and ingested something that was no good. But it was due to her illness. She wasn't a drug dealer. Right. She has lupus. It's very painful. She has the lupus that attacks the organs, so she's sick all day. And she can't go outside. You look at Tony Braxton. All of these people have these illnesses. And what do you think they're taking for them? Opioids. Sickle cellers, opioids, cancer, opioids. So this addiction is really real. It's a real thing. Michael Jackson. I know everybody know Michael Jackson. Everybody know Prince. Those are opioids. And they got addicted to it. And everybody angry. I mean, when we look at what's going on in the media, I don't want to say those two celebrities, but it sounds, as a social worker, as a master level social worker, it sounds like sex addiction.
Yeah.
That's what it's sounding to me. Sounds like there's a serious mental illness that they're struggling with, and it's sex addiction, and they're being judged.
And that's an issue too.
Absolutely, it's an addiction.
You just can't help yourself. Like,
absolutely,
it's sad, but it's the truth.
That's why I try to, when I'm watching things and I'm watching stuff. I mean, the Tyler Perry Straw movie. Psychotic break. I mean, I had to watch it twice to know that the child wasn't even in the house the whole time.
Yeah.
She had passed away already. But the judgments, the this, the that, I know we were watching, and the store owner was like, you're fired, and she goes to the bank, and she's trying to cash a check, and all of these things, that's the first, but not knowing that she had a real psychotic break because she lost her child.
Yeah, and not understanding it.
No, never knock anyone who loses their child. My brother was murdered, and then they murdered him in the home. He was dragged into a park where they tried to hide the body, where it was a search unit and all this stuff. And I'm not here to say my brother was an angel because he was gang banging. He was following his dad's footsteps, which was my father's footsteps. And that was the result. And that's why I say kudos to Mark's friends, because I believe that I don't know what Jamaica's going through because I'm a sibling. I know what her kids are going through because they're siblings. But when I look at Jamaica, I look at my mom when she lost her son. And she had days of crying. She was happy, but days of straight, people don't know.
Right.
People don't know.
Especially around the time it happens.
Time, their birthday, Christmas, holidays, your friends talking about, my son.
Yeah.
When everybody said my son to my mother, she broke down. She was like, Janelle, I'm really tired of everybody talking about their son. I ain't got my son.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that she was being mean. She had a loss. So I could only imagine what the founder of this building goes through every single day.
And it's not easy. I could never,
Imagine.
nor do I want to. And that's anyone who's lost a child. If you need help, seek it.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
it's nothing you'll ever get over.
You would never get over that.
Ever. There's no. You can break every bone in your body.
Thank you.
And that'll still feel worse.
That is true. So true.
How do you usually cope with stress or difficult emotions?
I cry. I am I know anybody watching this is like, you're not a crybaby, but I am, Mike. I'm a crybaby. I'm butters sometimes. I cry. I do believe in resiliency and stuff, but I also believe in the process of processing that emotion. So I'm not going to say, I'm going to shake it off. No, I'm going to... And sometimes I got the boogers coming down and everything, like that real good cry. Because life will life. Right now, I'm going through something with moving and purchasing a home. So it is the most stressfulest thing in the world. I'm going through a program to purchase my home, and they told me, you can't get your hair done. You can't get your nails done. You can't do anything. And I have a for-profit business, and also I make natural products. I do not promote this, but I make body butters. And that is what's in the bag over there.
Okay.
That's how I make money to actually have fun. So I'm going through something.
Absolutely, because buying a house is not an easy or fun process.
No.
You cannot do anything.
I want to jump. Not out the window, but I want to jump. I want to cry. I want to stomp. It was hard to get my friends to understand that I could not go anywhere. You can't see me in restaurants and just... I'm going to get wings right now. My friends told me, stop saying you're broke. And they're right. Stop saying you're broke when you know you're not broke. So now I'm trying to say I have money, but I can't spend it.
Right. Right. You don't want... The bank will be like, wait.
You see, I get sad instantly. Now ask me how my mental health is.
Well,
it's like a 5 right now.
Went from 100 to 5?
Because it's a lot of work. And... it's stressful.
Yeah.
Stressful, not having my parents. Mother's Day, Father's Day. Whew.
Just
If
both
you
of
don't
the best.
if you don't have your mother, my mother died in 2018. There go Mother's Day. Your mother, you push it through. My sister took me out to dinner, and me and her just sat across, and we was like, this is mad whack.
Yeah.
Mother's Day is whack. Throw it in the trash.
I mean,
Then Father's Day, and then Mother's Day landed this year on my father's death date. My mother died October 11th. My dad died May 11th. Mother's Day was May 11th. So that 11, and 11 means full circle. So that means things are happening for you. 11 and 11, I didn't even know 11 meant something. But it does mean something, and the blessing was both of my parents died on 11/11.
wow.
Mother died October 11th, Dad May 11th. Mother's Day was May 11th this year.
Wow.
Then here come Father's Day.
It's going to be rough, that sad day my parents go, because my dad's birthday is May 5th. and then it will be Mother's Day, and then it will be Father's Day, and then my mother's birthday is July 15th.
5 is your number. I don't know what 5 means. Look it up. But you have your mother.
Yep.
You better hug her every day. Anything she do, just remember it's something that she learned to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be mad at your parents. A lot of people are mad at their parents, and I never was mad at my parents. Mad at my dad the days he was using, absolutely. That's why he was upstairs in the room for so many hours dead, because I was mad at him. He stayed in the room. I didn't care. And I didn't care because you keep using, I'm in my 40s, I can't take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
And he was upstairs. But, honor your parents. Just know that parenting, if you have a father who didn't have a father, who was raised by a woman, he don't know how to be a father. Don't chastise him. Love him. When you learn during your self-care journey, anyone on this journey, learn to love people for who they are. Mm-hmm. Stop loving people for who you want them to be, and things will be better for you.
That's true. Very true. So, I want to talk about Barbara and Orlando, because they're really great people.
Yeah, they are. For real.
Barbara's definitely the more outspoken one.
Yes, yes. Orlando is the get it done guy.
He's
just in the back line.
He's just like, whatever.
Wow. Those are some amazing people. They're a blessing.
The events you create are definitely huge. And you said you knew them for a long time. But what made you decide to partner with them to start selling those glasses out of Fusion Eyewear, as well as create these networking events?
Great question. So I went to every eye company. The one eye company is Best America. It's next to Target, and I'm probably chopping up their name. And please don't charge it to my heart. Charge it to my head. It's just me making
America's Eyewear.
There you go.
That's usually where I go.
I was able to partner with them, but this is what they told me. You could have people come in and get the glasses from you. We'll give them 10% off. That was it. And I thought that was the best thing ever. I said, at least I partnered with somebody.
Right.
I was like, I know Barbara in Orlando. Barbara, can I come over and have a meeting with you in Orlando? Now, all of us are Puerto Ricans, right? So, many say we could sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. Puerto Ricans are, it's a culture within itself.
Absolutely.
Love them. But I went over and I spoke to them. I was like, well, what could y'all do? What could we do?
Right.
And then we only planned it for 1 month. My best friend name is Janell. Can you imagine? Yes. Best friend, my sister, and I got a bunch of best friends up here. My sisters, Janell said, she showed me a flyer. She was like, they do glasses and networking. I was like, what?
You're like, wait a minute.
Glasses? Who is doing that? And in conversation came up. Barbara in Orlando was like, come here every month. Now, at that point, you like, how much this going to cost me?
Like, wait a minute. Every month.
Listen, every month. And how much are y'all going to charge me? And what does that look like? And I got to be honest with everyone. Barbara in Orlando never asked me for 25 cents. I'm going to say that again. Fusion Eyewear has never, ever, ever asked me for 25 cents. So then Orlando's like, well, I'll do the charcuterie board. I'm like, here we go.
Where we go? Whoa, bro.
Whoa.
Slow down.
How much that going to cost me? Like, everything costs, right?
Right.
So this is someone who pays rent every month in that plaza.
Yeah.
This is someone who is having my stuff on the top shelf, they stuff on the bottom shelf, okay? Let's be clear. Mm-hmm. This is a business owner, a to me, they're a huge business owner. I don't really believe that is anybody small. Ain't nothing small about us.
If you own a
But
business, you
you'll
big.
be, you know, and Barbara's always like the small business owner. So I'm just quoting her. And I'm like, okay, wait. I know charcuterie, this, you know, I'm selling glasses for $20 and
Absolutely.
whoa. And Orlando said, I said, how much? You know, I want to help. I want to buy the wine. I want
I'll
to
do something here.
I'm going to all these stores and stuff like, how much is a case of wine and what kind of wine? I don't drink wine, and I'm like, I sip it. I don't know. And Orlando said, did I ask you for anything?
He was like,
Girl from the Bronx, right? Like, excuse. He was like, I am paying for everything. So, I mean, that's a tear joy can right drop.
wow. That's just like he said, did I ask you for anything?
You looking like
Like-
how
like-
much? You want to do all this grandioso stuff? Oh, this sounding like a whole lot of moolah, baby.
Sounds like a whole production.
Shit going on. And when you walked in and
Yeah.
you saw that, right? You was like,
Yeah, like they had it, and it wasn't even like, you know,
a
wasn't
little bit like you only could get one.
Yeah, nah, they had the whole board,
Everything.
cookies
He
and
said-
crackers and the
Anything
good
you wanted.
stuff too.
Yes. It's so where you're like, whoa. And every month I offer and I get shot down every month. It's like, no, you will not.
Your money's not good here.
Not
Pretty
good here. You would have thought I had counterfeit money. I'm dead serious. Like, I am about to call the 911. So, you know, I'm glad you asked about them. There's many like them. Jody from the Drug Awareness Memorial. It's so many. Brian Marty, Assemblyman, Dennis, my mayor. It's so many people. You, to get on this platform, you didn't ask for a quarter. So you can imagine that all of these things that is happening, it got to come from God. Because this is every single month we have Fusion Eyewear.
Absolutely.
And on days when people call me and need glasses, it's those days too. And then one day I was just talking, me and Orlando, we love our coffee, and Barbara. Before the show starts, we're drinking coffee. And we're talking, and Orlando once said, if I'm not open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm only open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday. If you find somebody that desperately needs glasses, I'll open this door.
Wow.
I'm so serious.
Wow.
In the midst of us talking, I mean, that hasn't came, but I know that door is open.
Right. If it desperately needs be, he'll do it.
The door is open.
Wow.
The only thing is I'm just waiting for my keys. and Orlando have me back there making glasses.
Might as well put you on the payroll at that point. Like,
We're working.
like you know, we doing
Yes.
something here.
Yeah. So thank you for asking that question, because, you know, it's not easy, and they give back.
Absolutely.
They give back.
How has this partnership helped you with your eyewear line?
This partnership has helped me with my eyewear line in a tremendous way. People are able to see that they could get glasses in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
As far as business, I was always known as the lady with glasses. Now I'm known as the lady who
Sells glasses.
You're the lady that always pop up. I mean, people be like, you're the lady with all those glasses, or you're the heart lady. Oh my God, you out here helping so many people. So a lot of people don't know my name is Janell. JS, the heart lady, the lady with the glasses.
JS, the heart
A
lady.
lady. And I love hearts. Everywhere I go, there's hearts on me. My shirt has hearts.
Oh, wow.
There's hearts. Hearts is my favorite shape. So not big on names. So you could call me anything. If I'm going to help you, I'm going to help you. I don't care what you call me, you know, because you don't be disrespectful.
Don't
So,
call you out of your name.
but
and it's
heart lady, the lady with the glasses, you sell glasses. I need glasses. It's amazing. And I got to say that. It's had it. The word you use, it all comes full circle.
Absolutely. I still got to get me my pair.
Oh, don't you worry. We
Gotta.
We got you.
Okay. Yes. Oh, hold on. Okay. What is next for this partnership? I only ask because I see Barbara's hands in a lot of stuff like yourself. So I know this is going to unforeseeable measures.
So, I am their third wheel. So you already know where that's gonna go, right? Barbara just announced that she opened up the Hudson Valley Business Link in Middletown. I believe
Waiting
it's
for those details because
Yes.
I definitely shared and was like,
yes. So she has a podcast room, a meeting room. We'll have full access to that. The community will have full access to it. Now, that is the Hudson Valley Business Link. It is a community space. I don't know what the pricing is going to be, but when I tell you it's going to be pennies to a dollar, literally. And that's just the way she's planning on charging you guys. Basically, it's not for her to make any money. It's just to keep the lights on
in the building.
in the building, literally.
And it's a beautiful space.
Yes, and I'm not lying to you. So it literally, the prices is going to just keep the lights on. I mean, we would love to go to the Hudson Valley Link, and if we need to bring our candles, we will, right?
Yeah, you know.
But
listen.
she's all about community. So we got some things in the works. You know, I may do another book signing there. I may host some workshops. I'm going to also use that space for some counseling, some mental health. So the next grant that I write is going to include some counseling sessions, free counseling sessions. And I'll have licensed clinical therapists there to give those sessions. I'm not licensed yet, but I am a life coach and I have a master's degree. So that tells you.
Key
a
word
lot.
is yet. Manifesting.
Oh, I'm
Manifesting.
I'm studying. I'm doing some certifications. Get fingerprinted. I mean, these fingerprints are going everywhere for some certifications.
Tell you.
So you guys,
Fingerprints.
you know, there will be some coaching sessions there, and we're gonna find funding to, you know, get them out.
Well, I'll definitely look forward to that, you know, and seeing how that all comes to fruition.
And we know the Honest Hour will be there too, recording some
We're
podcasts.
gonna be all everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. The videos you post, I love to see them. Your videos inspire my videos. You're smiling, happy, energy is infectious. What do you feel that you receive personally from these videos and messages? And before you answer that, I have to add, this is one of the most fashionable people I know. Because I be telling you, I be like, whoa. Like, whoa, now she know how to dress. Let's just put that out there. This woman knows how to dress. Any part for any role. Let's just put that out there.
I have clothes in my closet. We teach that, I mean, in my car, in my closet. Of course, I got clothes in the closet. In the car, we teach that at the business etiquette class. Everybody should have a nice outfit in your car, a suit in your car. So if you don't have one, Mike, I want you to put a suit and tie with your Honest Hour t-shirt or whatever you're going to wear, because you're going to be called to step in the room. That's not planned. But you're going to have to borrow Walmart's bathroom to go freshen up. And I have done it. You have to borrow a gas station bathroom because when you're called, you're called. And you can't say, I look like a bum.
So sometimes you just don't.
So
you got to go in the back of the car.
Yep,
if you
and
can.
get freshened up.
Just find somewhere.
in the cut.
Yep, just like.
So that's where the fashion comes from. And the question you asked was, I forgot. Wait,
It's all right.
how can this bring? I'm so happy.
The
to be
videos you post, I
Yes.
love to see them. Your videos inspire my videos. You're smiling, happy, energy's infectious. What do you feel you receive personally from making these videos?
One thing I do, please hear this very, very clear. I teach the things I most need to learn. So any video you see, It's something I'm going through that day, and I need to learn that.
Oh, so it's in real
Value
time.
yesterday's was, nothing is scripted. So yesterday's video was value those who value you. You know what? I had to remind myself to check in on those strong friends that value me that I haven't checked on because I'm hustling and bustling. Value those who value you. You know I value you.
Absolutely.
And I know you value me.
Absolutely.
Let's keep that value going. So anyone that depletes you, right now, you don't have time for that. Your schedule is booked and busy. My schedule is booked and busy. You know, this morning was sip some water and mind your business. And that wasn't shade.
No,
that was a reminder for me to drink my water
mind your business.
and mind my business today. So today I am going to mind my business because I am a person in everybody's business. I'm a social worker, right? We're the nosy people. Social workers are the nosy people. We want to get all up in your business. The way that I'm going to mind my business today is I'm going out with family and friends. And we're going to have a good time in Brooklyn under the bridge. That's the event, Dear Summer, but it's under a bridge in Brooklyn. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I teach what I most need to learn. So anything you see in wording is because at that moment I need to learn that.
Absolutely. And it's just crazy because I started my videos and then I stopped. And people were like, why'd you stop? I'm like, I needed time for me. I said, you know, and you're very, very consistent. Like you take no breaks. like there be stretches where like
don't worry, people want to throw the laptop in the trash. I'm not gonna lie, they want to throw my laptop in the trash. I take my laptop to the. I'm not taking it today. I think if I take it today, it'll be over the bridge.
just toss it. Just goodbye.
They will throw it away.
Don't need it.
You can't stop. Stopping is not an option. People pleasing, you can't do that no more.
No.
So you got to stop. But if you need a break, take that break. Be
Absolutely.
selfish. Take it. Be like, today is break. I'm minding my business. I ain't got a quote for you. I ain't got a pour for you. I ain't got a burger for you. I ain't got nothing. Because mentally, you needed that.
Absolutely.
But sometimes your stop is your restart. And I know this is it's in for me, but I want to tell you, Mike, you had to stop. Because you had to reflect on the honest hour. You had to reflect on where you're going. You had to reflect on what the plan is. And a pause is sometimes needed. Restart, refocus, reboot, everything. Self-care, self-care, self-care.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's important to restart something, something else, refocus. Restart, but there's a second word. I don't
Restart,
remember.
Refocus.
I know there's another word, though.
Repeat. Restart, refocus, repeat.
Yes.
That's one of them.
That's what we got to do. So, what is next for JS Self-Care?
Right now, next things is a food truck to feed the homeless. We did go to William Street in Hasbrook and we fed everybody soup for hours. It was freezing.
I remember seeing the videos and the pictures. I'm like, yo, that's dedication.
100 soups. Woo! So if anyone knows anything or if you know anything about any food trucks that could be donated, that will help.
You mean food trucks?
Food truck that could be donated to self-care.
Okay.
How will we raise money? I don't want to say I am a cook, but I could cook.
Yeah.
So I grew up on Sunday dinners just like everybody else. I know how to clean chicken. I know how to clean collard greens. And what the plan is, maybe sometimes we may have to sell dinners, but 100% of those proceeds will go to feeding the homeless.
Okay.
So it may come through the JS Self Care LLC is a for-profit coaching business that I have. I coach people all over the world, Minnesota, Florida. I mean, I have my very first clients there. So it'll go through that and funnel down to the non-for-profit, which is just the name reverse, Self Care JS Incorporated. And the reason why I kept the two names together is because JS Self Care was named after the loss of my mother, and Self Care JS was named after the loss of my dad. So if we could get a food truck, we know that's going to require insurance.
Right.
Nobody's going to donate insurance. I don't believe there's a grant for car insurance. So if there is, please point me in the right direction so I can apply for the grant. So a food truck and a facility, those two are being, what they call it, the blueprint.
The blueprint.
Is being created for both of those, and how we will lay them out and how will we do them.
Well, if I hear anything or I know anyone,
Thank you.
I will definitely send them your direction because your name comes up in a lot of rooms, even when you're not around. When I hear
Thank you.
things. So,
Thank you to everyone, sharing what we do and how we do it. Because being a boots to the ground organization is not easy. We're not Catholic Charities. We're not Abbott House, those big organizations. We are literally, sometimes you just get me. Sometimes you get others. Everybody's schedule is busy. And, God put this on my lap.
absolutely.
It's not on everybody's lap. So love my people, and I'm grateful whenever anyone could show up. I try to share the flyers. Anyone need volunteer hours, connect.
Absolutely. And anything Honest Hour can do.
Thank you.
Don't ever be too scared to ask.
Yes, I would love for you to come to one of my events and do, maybe an interview of people getting glasses and what does it mean to them or something. That would be great.
We can figure it out for sure.
Yes.
So, out of everything you do, what is one? You mentioned before you would like a building, but I don't know. That might be the answer to this question. But what is one big goal you foresee in the future that you want to accomplish with JS Self Care?
The self-care building. When I say that building, baby, Himalayan salt baths. I mean, you're going to walk in a room with Himalayan salt. You're going to walk in a room with jacuzzis. You're going to walk into our coffee bar, because I did state coffee is my life. So you can't have a building without
No
a coffee. Coffee bar, counseling rooms, coaching rooms. And what just came to me, I've been practicing basketball. So an NBA room, JS Self Care NBA room. I'll be throwing papers in the trash.
Kobe.
At work. So, yes, a gym, maybe, just anywhere, like an all-around building. Can you imagine going, like when you go into Walmart, our super Walmart, you could do your food shopping, you could buy your clothes, you could buy your fishing products, you could make a key at Walmart. While you're doing all that, you could get the tires in your card fixed, right?
Yeah.
Get
And
in
an
the
oil
cannon,
change.
your oil change. It's like the all-around place. So imagine having that space where there's a pool, a jacuzzi, and if there's any donors listening to it, let's connect.
Absolutely.
So we are, partnering with someone. I got a name list, but we are partnering with them to start speaking to some investors.
Okay.
So the investors is what I need to get the building.
Okay. Well, hey, it's a
And
start.
each investor, their name is going in their room. Each investor. Because I got to be honest, I may be doing some of the footwork, but there's dollars that I don't have that
And you need those investors.
those investors they're going to be highlighted. And unless they want to be silent investors or ghost investors. But
Anonymous. Some people don't want it.
yes, some people don't like the spotlight, and I completely understand it. I want to give them the spotlight, but if they don't want it, I completely understand, because then this world is so, like, they won't just say, congratulations, Janelle, on your self-care building, and congratulations, Mike, for donating Janelle the $1 million. People will now be asking you for $1 million.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people like to be like, don't say my name. Even when I had Jamaica at the she's the one who told me the block to go to feed the homeless.
Right.
And I pulled her and she was like, I really don't like to be in the spotlight.
She really doesn't.
She doesn't. And I see the reason why, because every time, we're out here trying to thank someone in the back and is in their pockets trying to get the same thing. And it's hard because an investor just want to say, Mike just want to say, I gave Janelle the $1 million.
Right.
I can't give Jamaica the $1 million. Or I gave Jamaica the $1 million. I can't give Janelle the $1 million.
Right.
I just want to be, grateful that I was able to do that.
Exactly.
So that's why a lot of them, even the people that I said they have to name, nameless, is because they don't want their social media flooded with can you do this for me?
Exactly.
And I heard that a lot. That's why a lot of things I can't say. Even when I went and got the last grant, they did say we could tell where it came from, but they just don't want all the hype.
No, don't want all the drama that comes with it.
With giving.
So, the last time you were here, I didn't have this segment. Okay. So I end each show with a positive ending message. But prior to that, I added in season 2 for you to tell everyone something they don't know about you. Don't have to be nothing crazy. You can tell me you put Frank's hot sauce in Pepsi.
Something everybody does not know about me, that the world does not know about me. I love to dance and I can rap.
Oh, you lucky I didn't know that before.
If you want, I have a rhyme that I had since a child, and I could do it if you want.
Go ahead.
Okay, guys. So JS Self Care does rap. I had this rap. It's a little blurb. It ain't even 3 bars. But we've been saying it for a long time, and I said it a couple of times on my live, but I'm gonna share it with you guys. Let me just put a beat in my head. Okay. Toe to toe, sweet J's on a roll again. It's only right that I keep my crowds dancing. My rhymes are dope. My tempo is steady. You ready? Let's rip up the floor like confetti.
Hey, hey, more than I can do.
The rapper. Right, they gonna be like, oh, Lord, now she wanna rap.
Bars.
I got bars for you. So that I would say, the dancing and the, that one rap, not 2, not 3, not 4, that one rap got me very far when I was part of the Notorious Females. That was the name of our group in the Bronx.
Jeez.
So each one of us had our rap, which made a song.
Oh, man. And last but not least, just look into your camera, and you do this every day, so it's nothing different. Positive ending message, something uplifting and positive
This is
to
for
the people.
everyone, including myself and Mike. You are who you are. You are not in the business of changing anyone. Take all of that energy and focus on the person you are. And the way that you do that is that you remember you are who you are today. It's not who you were yesterday. And the reason for that is because you learned something new. You are not who you are today going to be tomorrow. I want you every single day to show up as a different version of you. Stop repeating those chapters. And my favorite saying is, have an amazing day on purpose.
Well, I want to thank you, my sister, for coming on. I love you. We got plenty of work to do.
Yes, we do.
You will be back again.
Yes, I will. I want to thank you, Mike, for creating this space. And I'm a strong believer. I never go to nobody's funeral with flowers. I don't order flowers because I believe in giving you your flowers while you're here so that you can smell them every day. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stopping is not an option for you in your journey.
Never will.
Green lights all the way.
To the finish line. I appreciate those words. We're gonna take that and we're gonna keep going till we go to the highest pinnacle.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in to Honest Hour. This is season 3. We're doing it. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep striving. I want to thank Marks Incorporated for letting us use their building. I'd like to thank the COC Network for production on this episode and all the sponsors who sponsor this network. And like I always say, be better than you were yesterday, but be prepared tomorrow to be better than you were today. Peace.